to the Bicycle listeners. On Twitter, you can catch Mike and ask him, would you rather, Taken 3 or what? He'll be answering your questions all week.
Mike, give it a mark there.
Jesus. I can't go beyond a 2 for this. I just can't.
Oh my god. that literally is a B movie rating.
I've seen better B movies.
Mike, I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's a 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there was a score. That's how distracted I was by it. Yeah, it's definitely a 2. Yeah.
Mow mow.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we have some previews and Come to a Bicycle near you. So the first one is The Voices.
Yeah, The Voices is a dark comedy starring Ryan Reynolds, who hears his cats talk to him and they tell him to kill people. And as the trailer shows us, he starts killing them. And but it looks like the heads of girls that he's dated are kept in his fridge and also talk to him. So this looks like a dark, batshit, crazy movie.
Detective Mittens. Yeah, meow. Yeah, it does. It looks nuts, doesn't it? Yeah. It looks good.
He is full on crazy. He is just completely round the twist crazy. I think it could be a really funny film. You know, I hope it's not one of these all the best bits in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a risk of that, but no, I like the look of it. I like the look of what Ryan Reynolds is doing with the character.
I like the idea of like cats talking to him and telling him to kill people because everybody knows that's what cats do.
They're murderers.
I actually think that the violence part looks too violent. Like it's too bad he actually kills people because I think that puts me off a bit. I'm not sure if I want to see the movie.
Yeah,
it's tough to empathize with a character who kills people and keeps their heads.
Yeah,
it's tough to do sometimes.
But if your cat told you,
yeah, that makes
See,
it all
there
right.
you go. Yeah. That's the hook. That's the little. Come on back. It's
this
like
is why I'm a
catnip.
dog person. My dog only tells me to love and hug people.
I'd say Mike's going to love this.
I can't fucking wait to see this.
Mike has a couple of cuddly little murderers around the house.
He does, yeah. The Is It a Bicycle complex is teeming with cats.
And you boys haven't seen the inside of my fridge, have you?
Oh, you got a new freezer recently.
Yeah, I sure did. Top of the line.
I noticed it was much more spacious than the one you used to have.
Expansion going up in the world.
Needs must.
Yeah. Should see the one in the basement. Okay, so
we don't talk about the basement.
Yeah. So we're agreed we'll be watching that one. Okay.
Except for maybe not me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the next one.
Hey, did anyone see Avengers 2: Age of Ultron's trailer?
The new one?
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Yes,
no.
I did.
Not yet.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube and then I decided not to actually click on it.
Surprise. Was it good?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Does it look good?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to go home and watch it.
It looks really good.
I don't really know how to describe it except that this one was less Ultron-centric because the first trailer was all about James Spader's voice being incredibly menacing. This one is more just about, look at this shit, what's going on there? I think I saw a grey Hulk in the trailer. I'm just going to say that right now, and that freaks me out.
So is it
Was
like
it a
action
red-skinned guy, or was that Thor?
There was, you mean the person who was disrobing?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god, it
'cause-
sounds exciting.
Seriously, I thought
You
that was
guys.
When the trailer started, Michelle was like, wait, is that Thor? And she was going, oh, it's Avengers. Is what I'm only watching it if he gets his shirt off. And then the thing with the lake and the guy with no top on happened. And she's going, was that him? And I'm not sure. I thought he had a red tinge to the skin, but I could be wrong.
I think it's him in the lake. I also think it was very cold that day.
Okay, tell me about this trailer I didn't see.
The trailer for Spy debuted recently, which is from the director, Paul Feig, I believe is his name, of Bridesmaids and The Heat. And it stars Jason Statham, Jude Law, and Melissa McCarthy. It is a spy comedy, which is basically there's this mark that the spy agency needs to get. But they can't use any of their regular spies because this lady, who played by Rose Byrne, I believe, she knows every single one of their people. For some reason, she knows them. So they need a ringer. They need to bring somebody in.
Somebody invisible.
She's a CIA agent, or analyst rather, and she's like, I want more from life. I want to be a kick-ass bitchin' spy. So then it seems to be about her doing that.
Yeah, and she's getting to play different characters, I guess, as the spy. So you see her in the clip wearing, different costumes, different wigs, playing different personas, being hilarious. I can't believe this is the same woman who stars in Mike and Molly. Every time I see her, it's just like, why are you wasting your time on that TV show? Cause she looks like I think she's just so underrated, and we have yet to see the best of Melissa McCarthy. I've heard her in talks. My Ghostbusters prediction, by the way, is coming true, Steve. That it sounds like she's in talks for Ghostbusters, and while this movie may not look great to me, it's a step up from Mike and Molly, and I'm a big fan of Melissa McCarthy. Sorry, Sean, what?
I think that she's not underrated at all. I just think that she is misused. Like, sometimes they're like, right, we need a lady to yell a bunch, and then she makes a movie about that, and that's not very good.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Sometimes she's in a movie like Bridesmaids or The Heat, or fucking St. Vincent with Bill Murray in her, and she's used perfectly. Because not only can she act, but when you don't just go, hey, could you just phone it in and make a bunch of faces and then we'll just fucking print it, whatever, it's fine. When she actually has something to do and there are jokes beyond her, then she adds to anything that's already there. Because she's good at acting.
Yeah. You're dead right. That's exactly what it is. So I guess it just remains to be seen if this movie is the movie that uses her correctly or misuses her talents. I
have high hopes, especially with the state hanging about. I bet he'll be evil or something. That'd be great. That'd be a great twist. I hope Statham is evil. And hope Melissa McCarthy beats the shit out of Jason Statham.
That's never going to happen.
I think it might happen in this film.
Okay. So, the last one we looked at was The Wrecking Crew. This is a documentary, and it's about the band behind all the, pretty much all the hits in the 60s.
Studio musicians for, top 60s hits.
They're like session musicians, aren't they? Yeah. So they people like...
professionals that you bring in to do the background music.
Yeah, exactly. And they seem to replace quite a few bands. Well, obviously the Monkees, they were the first boy band. The first... formed band, let's say. But they actually had which one of them was it? What's his name? Tommy?
Sonny and Cher.
No, anyway, your man from the Monkees, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, it looks really interesting. Especially the lady who was playing bass.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Mark?
The instrument has yet to be invented that could measure my disinterest in this film.
Really?
I hope I don't have to watch this film for reviewing on a podcast or something like that. It's and I don't know why. I was thinking about it while we're going through this section, actually trying to figure out why. Because I like music. I like documentaries about music as well. I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff. And maybe I'll watch this and go, I was really wrong. This is interesting as hell. But God, looking at that trailer, I don't think so.
I
there's
totally
a lot of people.
agree with you.
A lot of people I don't care about talking about other people I care less about. So I'm.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Yeah.
It's just an era I'm not that interested in. Maybe it's just before my time or something. I don't know.
It's less it's more about the music and less about the people. That's where my interest is in it. I'd like to see to what extent they were used, in the music industry.
My one worry though is that this should have been a fun fact on the inside of a Snapple cap rather than a film. You know what I mean? If it was a thing where on one side of a sticker it was guess who did the music for, and it lists 50 songs, and you flip it and it's these guys. I go, oh wow, my life has been enriched by this fun fact. But will that work after the first 10 minutes? I'm not sure.
Not sure. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. No, I agree, Mark. It looks like it could be interesting material, and maybe one day I'll watch it and prove myself wrong. But this trailer does not do much of a job selling the movie. And I also hate it when famous people sit around and they're like, yeah, man, the studio musicians were what made it. It's I don't fucking care. It's a lot of people, anyways, yes. Yeah.
There's no rooting interest. Come over to me and we can shit on all of the movies together.
Yeah, I thought it was a great trailer. I didn't know anything about it, and I thought, oh, that's really interesting. But like Sean, I'm like, okay, I don't really want to know any more about it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's enough. So there's this guy that could play the guitar in the 60s, and apparently he played a lot of it.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
He's still alive. Look, he's over there. We've reeled him out.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Again, if you want to question Mike, if we prefer Taken 3 or tweet us at Is It a Bicycle? We'll be back next week. So from Mike, Mark, Steve, Sean and Shona, stay classy.